Hello guys and welcome back to another GTA 5 video here on my channel. My name is Sam or Chaotic, and in today's video I'm going to be talking about the Jester Classic and its release to GTA Online tomorrow on Tuesday, June 19th. Of course, this vehicle, the Jester Classic, also known as the Toyota Supra, the vehicle it's based upon in real life, was initially scheduled to release alongside two other vehicles at the same time, those being the Rune Chubaruk and the Lamborghini Michele GT, both of which, you may recall, were released 3 weeks ago as of tomorrow on May 29th. And upon their release, many players, when first loading into GTA Online on the day of their release, were receiving notifications stating that 3 new vehicles were now available in GTA Online, but of course just 2 of them had been released. And the reason why players were receiving this notification is because when the update was first released back in March, Rockstar had planned for these 3 vehicles to be released together in a vehicle group or a vehicle bundle, but at some point between then and their release, Rockstar had changed their minds or changed their plans and obviously only released the 2 and not the 3. But because Rockstar had already made the in-game notifications, they were displayed when players first loaded up upon the release of these vehicles, even though only 2 of them were available. So this left many players questioning exactly what was going on and why Rockstar didn't release the Jester Classic alongside the other 2 as initially intended. Was Rockstar holding it back with plans to release it at a later date because it was so anticipated and there was so much hype behind it, they felt it deserved a special event week of its own, or was there another reason for this? For example, over the past few weeks there have been numerous rumors and theories going around that Rockstar may be holding it back to fix the various issues, bugs and problems with this car. Many of which I've talked about in a video a few weeks ago, which you can go and watch if you want to. There's a link in the description. But it's no secret that many players have already checked out this vehicle through using mods in story mode like I'm doing right now, because this vehicle is not quite what it could have been. In real life, the Toyota Supra is pretty popular and is well known for customizations and upgrades, whereas in GTA 5, this thing doesn't have many customizations or modifications whatsoever. There are also various missing features that players think this car should have, things like liveries, the Toyota Supra spoiler, and stuff like that. So many of the rumors and theories suggest that maybe Rockstar have heard what the community have said, and rather than release a not quite ready vehicle, they want to fix some of the issues and apply some of the changes the community want and have demanded, and will be releasing it once ready in the next update. Because unfortunately, if Rockstar want to fix some of these issues and apply some of the customizations which players want, they have to release a full update. They can't just release some form of tunables update or a hotfix, because that won't work. And although yes, Rockstar could very well do this, it's worth bearing in mind they have never done so for any car or vehicle from an update in the last 4 to 5 years or so. And this isn't the first car or vehicle Rockstar have released in-game which has had issues and bugs with it. Pretty much every vehicle, in fact, from this latest update has had some form of problem with it, especially with the speed and performance issues, as I'm sure you guys very well know. So I'm pretty sure the reason why Rockstar haven't released the Jester Classic just yet in GTA Online is for the reason that I mentioned before. This car is so anticipated and there's so much hype behind this because it's the Toyota Supra and it's finally being released in GTA 5, so it doesn't matter when Rockstar release it, whether it's tomorrow or in 3 weeks time, there'll still be loads of players logging in to check this car out and buy it. But it's worth noting Rockstar didn't just push back and delay the release of the Jester Classic so they could release it on its own and focus a special event week around it, because that isn't necessarily beneficial to Rockstar or GTA 5. Delaying the release of this car won't sell more shark cards, and that's something which many players don't think about or realize. The main reason why Rockstar are delaying the release of this vehicle, just like the way they released drip feeding vehicles in GTA 5. The reason why all the content isn't released on day 1 anymore and Rockstar try to space out the release of content is to ensure they keep players playing GTA 5 and to maintain traffic in game. For example, if Rockstar released all the content on day 1 of the update release and then didn't release another update for 3 or 4 months, you'd find most players logging in on day 1 and maybe playing the game for a few days straight, but after they've checked out the update and all the content it has to offer, then of course stop playing because there's no new content left to enjoy. Whereas by releasing the content as they've done so every few weeks for free, it keeps players engaged. They want to come back and keep playing the game because there's new content being added all the time. And this being a method and a strategy which many gaming companies right now are applying to their games. Let's take Fortnite for example, there's new content in that game being added every week. So that's why Rockstar drip-feed the release of content in GTA Online rather than release it all in one go. Anyway, but circling back to the main topic, the reason why the Jester Classic hasn't been released yet, well, it's because the next update, by the looks of things, isn't ready yet to be released. As I'm sure you guys know, Rockstar don't like to release new updates with massive gaps in between the release of content from the last one, with most updates being released just 2 or 3 weeks after the release of the final bits of drip-feeding content from the last update. The current update was initially planned or intended to end on May 29th, with the release of the 7 transform races and the final 3 vehicles. But as I'm sure you guys remember, the 7 transform races were delayed and weren't released until the following week on Tuesday, June 5th. Despite the fact that Rockstar themselves, when they first released this update, announced on the newswire that on May 29th they'd be releasing 7 new transform races in GTA Online. So clearly at some point, once again, Rockstar's plans changed between the release of the update and those 7 transform races. And why is that? Well, by the looks of things, it's all down to the release of Rockstar's next update in GTA Online. It's believed Rockstar are behind on schedule and aren't quite ready yet to release the next update, and further proof of that is the QA beta branch on Steam. As I'm sure all of you guys know by now, if you're familiar with GTA 5 and how Rockstar perform updates and stuff like that in-game, Rockstar began the final stage of testing for GTA Online updates on the QA beta branch, which usually begins around 3 to 4 weeks or so before the initial release of an update. Rockstar still haven't started doing that, which would only suggest that if Rockstar was going to be releasing an update this month, as previously speculated based upon various leaks and information going around, they're behind and the update isn't ready for whatever reason. Typically, it's around the release of the final bits of content from an update that the QA beta branch starts updating over on Steam, but as you guys can see in this screenshot being displayed on screen right now, the QA beta branch hasn't updated in over 3 months. The last time it was updated was around the release of the current update in GTA Online. So this of course means if the update hasn't reached the final stage of testing yet, which as I explained before, usually starts around 3 or 4 weeks or so before the release of an update, that means the update clearly isn't ready yet to be released. And that would explain why Rockstar delayed the release of the 7 transform races and the release of the Dinka Jester Classic also. So to keep players playing GTA 5 and to continue releasing content in GTA 5 right up until the release of the next update, Rockstar have delayed this bit of content, hopefully ensuring the next update then is almost ready by the time they finally release the final bits of content from this update. So there we go, there's that all cleared up. Hopefully you guys now have been asking me on social media and in the comment section of my videos over the past few days, weeks and months exactly what's going on. There it is, it's all cleared up. But you might be questioning, how do I know the Dinka Jester Classic is being released tomorrow in GTA Online? Well, although Rockstar haven't officially said anything, they haven't said it on Newswire or on social media, tomorrow guys, it's coming out. I'm simply basing this upon the release order of the vehicle groups in the last few months. As I'm sure you guys know, Rockstar began releasing the vehicle groups every 3 weeks, and the last group of vehicles, the Brunchibrook and the Michele GT, were released 3 weeks ago as of tomorrow, which would suggest if Rockstar are maintaining that the Dinka Jester Classic will finally be released tomorrow in GTA Online on Tuesday, June 19th. Unless of course the other theory is correct and Rockstar have listened to the community, they've realized players aren't happy with this vehicle and they won't be releasing it at all in this update, and instead they'll be holding it back to fix some of the issues and bugs with this car and releasing it in the next one instead. But as I explained previously, I think that theory is very unlikely to be correct. So there we go then guys, with that being said, that's pretty much it then for all the information I have to share with you guys in today's video. Tomorrow then, hopefully the Dinka Jester Classic will be released in GTA Online, and from that point forward, there won't be any remaining content whatsoever from the current update in GTA Online to be released. Everything will be finally in-game, which hopefully means as well, Rockstar will almost be ready to prepare releasing the next update in GTA Online, and I should imagine it's from this point forward now, we'll start seeing the QA beta update and begin receiving information information, both leaked and officially from Rockstar themselves. Anyway, but there we go then guys. With that being said, that's it for this video. Of course, I want to get your thoughts and feelings on this. If you guys have any different opinions, whether you guys think the Jester Classic will not be released tomorrow, and like I said, maybe held back and released in the next update because of the various issues and problems with this vehicle, let me know right now by leaving a comment on this video. By the way guys, as well, quick reminder, I'm doing a giveaway as well in case you haven't heard already, giving away $100 in gift cards. If you guys want to enter and receive some more information about this, click the link in the video description below. It's the first link. But if you guys could also drop a like on this video, would of course be greatly appreciated, and make sure as well you subscribe if you haven't already for all the latest and the greatest Grand Theft Auto 5 content. As always though, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.